Hey, what's up, everybody? Trying something a little different here right now. I'm actually going live to two different spots. Actually on Facebook and Instagram down here, testing some things out. I'm going to be bringing in some new software that go live. I can actually go live to multiple platforms. I still apparently Facebook, Instagram doesn't work like that. So, but I can go Facebook to YouTube, Instagram still have to be somewhere. I'm actually doing the Facebook on my webcam that I do my business stuff on, but also now on the phone down here, I'm doing the Instagram down here on another phone. So just kind of playing with some stuff. It's a little weird because the way the cameras and everything work, everything's inverted. I'm actually holding this can in my right hand. On the phone, on Instagram, I can see it and it shows me in the right hand, but on the camera up here on Facebook, it's actually got it inverted. To me, it looks like it's in my left hand. So kind of funny the way all this is working here, but just trying some things out. But I'm not going to be here very long today. I actually need to get to the gym here in a little bit, but so what actually kind of made me think about going live was I actually had a ton of people contact me yesterday because the video that I put on my story, and I put it out there on an IG TV video, was me flipping the tire yesterday. As you guys know, that in my workout traditionally, I do a very, very heavy leg exercise in the very beginning, and then I'll do a body part. This just works for me. That way I'm not literally just blowing out my legs once a week. I'm just kind of rolling through it and then going on to a body part. It breaks things up for me, makes it look better. But from time to time, I like to get in and do something a little more physical, a little more powerful. You guys see I do the body slam. I do some of the farmers walks, things like that. So things are just different. But yesterday I was doing this tire, and actually I had a lot of people comment to me about this tire because of how I was flipping it. Now, the video that I actually posted, I believe was my fifth set. I did a total of 6 sets. I did 4 sets of 20, meaning I flipped it 1 over, 1 back. Well, that's 2. So total of 20 tire flips. The video that I posted actually was only 10 tire flips. So I did 2 of those. I did 4 sets at 20 and then 2 sets at 10. And people are like, oh, that must have been a light tire. That thing must have been super light. I guess. I mean, for me, it wasn't terribly heavy. It's 176 pounds. I, as a human being, I weigh 198, 200 pounds. So 176 pounds, maybe to me, not super heavy. But as far as like physically lifting it up and throwing it, it's pretty heavy. So no, it wasn't a light tire. There's actually 2 other tires that are lighter. If you guys go, if you're going to Lifetime or really, any other kind of fitness facility, they have these different weights, and here they had 176 pounds, they had 150 pounds, and 132 pounds. And I'm flipping the 176 pound back and forth. And so I couldn't find anything heavier. We can't put any extra weight on that. The only other option would be for me to wear my 20 pound tactical vest. That's really not an option in the gym, as it's not really fun to have to kind of carry around that way and then have to deal with it throughout the workout. But anyway, that's kind of what made me think about going live. Was I had so many comments about that yesterday, which is just funny to me. I know some people were intending it to be funny. Some people were kind of being trolls and shitty about it. But I was kind of surprised. I was kind of amazed at actually how many people commented about it. And I don't know. So, quick update on the podcast. If you guys would, go follow the YouTube page. I should be posting here. I'll be able to put it in here on the Facebook side. I'm going to put a link in here. I should be able to put it in here right now. so you guys can have that link up to the YouTube page. You guys go follow that. I'll eventually put it up in here in the on the Instagram side of it. I appreciate the people that have gone in there and followed so far. There's only 10 followers in there. Like I said, I've only just set it up a couple days ago, and really there's nothing there. Just kind of building things up, kind of getting it ready. Like I said, I have a lot of restrictions as far as what YouTube and Instagram and other people let you do based on the amount of followers you have. It's just a really weird, awkward thing. So I'm actually got the TV in yesterday. That's going up on the wall for the podcast for the studio. Picked up the table, the furniture. Picked that up Saturday. So everything will be coming together, putting it all up. My goal is by the end of August to actually have started the podcast, record the first show, and publish it to YouTube and Facebook. I'm not sure how pre-recorded shows, how I can get them up there on Facebook just yet. I know it's just a matter of really just doing a Google search and kind of throwing it up there, but something to work on. So just kind of messing around with it, trying to get it ready. I do have I actually went into one of my buddy's stores today. A guy named Michael Beauchamp. He owns a place called Champions Nutrition. In spring, you guys go see him. Great little shop. Great guy. I'll probably end up having him on. I talked to him about it today. I'll have him on one of the shows. Talked about it. He'd like to come on. So I think I probably already have the first 5 or 10 shows pretty much lined up with everybody that I'm going to bring on. And kind of interesting. I in my mind, I just kind of started figuring out all these people and who I was going to put on here. I'm going to move this over a little bit. My OCD is I got the camera up here and this one, and they're not lined up, so it's really fucking with my brain. So, I in my mind, I figured out who I wanted to have on, who I was going to bring on. Obviously, I'm just going to tell you guys, the very first show is going to be Fred Fourth Lacey. He's going to be the very first show. It'll be him, probably Dustin Garcia. If I can get them in there at the same time, probably bring both those guys in there at the same time. Maybe Dustin might be a little bit later. He's a little bit busy. Fred lives right down the corner from me, so it's a little bit easier for him. But I know pretty much the first 5 shows that I'm going to do. I made him having to do some remotes. That's part of the reason I'm working on some of this technology is obviously being here in Texas and not having a huge platform where people are going to want to fly in to come see me and be on my show. I may have to do some remotes where I'm talking to some people on pretty much through like Zoom or something like that. But there's some different technology for that I have to deal with, and it's a lot. You don't realize it. It's literally like on here. I can just go live. I push go live. I go live, and it's not a big deal. To do an actual pre-recorded show and go through and produce it, it requires quite a bit. You got to have a lot of technology. You got to have a lot of different things if you want to do it right. And I'm OCD about it, and so of course my goal is I want to do it right. I want to make it look as professional as possible. That's just kind of how I am. So, you go through this, and there's going to be probably some people that I'll have to do as far as remote. They may come on remotely, which is going to open up some other options for some of the people that I want to bring on. I haven't reached out to them yet, but I know the moment I do, they'll want to be on. But I was going through my list yesterday, my contact list yesterday, and I found it kind of interesting. Totally forgot. There's about 3 politicians that I'm friends with that I wasn't even thinking about. That'll probably end up reaching out to see if it'd be on there. So kind of interesting, kind of funny. Just kind of how everything is going, but really excited about it. There's a lot going on. Obviously, just fitting it into my normal time. It's not my job, and this is something I just do for fun. So, it's something I'm working on. But the next step, obviously, is hopefully I can bring to you guys. I can show it to y'all. I can give you guys kind of a tour. And it's not like I got a big building and shit. I'm doing this. I set up a studio in my house in one of my spare rooms. I was actually considering long ago was, as you guys know, last year, prior to my father passing away, I was doing a lot of woodworking. I had, that was kind of like a way I was just kind of exercising my demons and being creative and building things, and turned into kind of a fun little project, fun thing for me to do. People loved the things I was building, but it was consuming so much of my time. So what I was actually thinking about was I have a very large garage, and yes, Daisy, yes, if you want to fly into Texas, you're more than welcome to come on in, because you are of course, like we talked about, you're on that list. I think the show you're going to be on, though, I think the idea I think I'm going to have is you interviewing me, because you know some more of my story, and I think it's about time that more of my story that people don't know. Most of the people that I'm friends with on here, most people that see this, they don't know about a lot of my story, which you do. So I figure that might be fun. But anyway, my garage, I have a very large garage, and what I was thinking about doing was taking one of the car areas in the garage and framing it off and making it an actual studio. It'd be by itself, but then I'd have to reach a whole bunch of other logistical things with air conditioning and things like that. I mean, obviously, I have a door. I have multiple doors going into my garage, but this would kind of eliminate one of my doors, and I really wasn't going to do that. And so anyway, what I decided was I have extra bedrooms in the house, so I'm going to make a podcast studio out of that. Just trying to make it work the best as possible. What was this comment? Someone says, what? Workout videos and training tips. Well, Kat, realistically, I mean, I put a lot of that stuff on my Instagram and Facebook page, and maybe I could do some instructional type stuff. I've been asked a lot to do training for a period of time. I was actually going to go after my CPT, Certified Personal Training License. I was going to do a lot of that stuff, but I don't have that. That takes a lot of time. That takes a lot of commitment. I didn't want to be a failure to anybody, because that means I've got to commit to my time going to the gym and showing up for them and doing all that stuff. And with my regular job, sometimes that's just not possible, and it could create a very hectic schedule for other people having to constantly cancel. So going back to that, doing videos, instructional type stuff, I could do that. I do put a lot of that on my YouTube and Instagram. That is kind of what I was thinking about doing on the IGTV side. I'm not sure about how to put that into Facebook. If I could do that, I might be able to open up like do a separate page on Facebook, something like that. I'm sure I could. But as you guys know, I actually do have a couple different Instagram pages. I actually have an Instagram page where I was doing my fitness stuff, just putting stuff on there for a period of time, and the user profile name is looking good naked. So I always thought that was funny, just because the whole purpose of me working out, I have no desire to do anything. I've been asked to compete and go that road. I don't have desire to do that. That takes way too much discipline that I don't have time for. I have very important demands on my life that are primary to me, and honestly, not eating isn't one of them. So the goals in my life as far as working out, what I do is I just want to make sure that number one, I can eat whatever the fuck I want to eat. I love to eat. I enjoy food tremendously. And number two is, quite honestly, it's bad. I want to look good naked, and that's not because I want to sit there and look at myself in the mirror. It's just, I think mentally, when you're that's the most vulnerable you are in your life. You are at the point in your day is when you kind of get out of the shower and you kind of walk by that mirror, and you may see something and you're like, oh, I don't like the way that looks, or I don't like this. And that's, you're pretty hard on yourself at that moment. But there's those times in life when you walk by that mirror and man, I look good, I feel good. and consciously you don't even think about judging yourself. So that was kind of my mentality on it. And so I that's why I do it. Those are 1 and 2. The second one is I'm almost 40. And as you guys could see, it was kind of funny in that video. I actually went, as I went back, when you're somebody like me, you're kind of goal oriented. It doesn't matter whether you're doing my job or you're out doing something else, or you're just like yesterday I was doing those tire flips. What you guys couldn't really see from the perspective of where that was, where the camera, between the camera and the tire was probably about 10 feet is where I first started it at. And then obviously people are walking by, and some of them were just being idiots because clearly I'm making a lot of fucking noise by flipping this tire back and forth, and it's by itself making a bunch of noise. And on top of that, I'm grunting, which I don't normally do in the gym. I do find obnoxious, but physiologically it is a great release. It actually does encourage strength, is to kind of let it go like that. I do love that sound though. It's kind of to me that's a vicious sound right there. I love it. But anyway, something deep, it comes out. And so I'm doing this and people are walking by. This old lady, she's sitting here watching me flip this fucking tire, and she walks right in front of the tire. And so I don't give a fuck. You see what I'm doing. I'm not bothering anybody else. I'm away from everybody else. And so I literally pick up this tire and I go and this was in another set, and I go to flip this fucking tire right as she's standing right there, and she kind of jumps out of the way. And I just look at her like, it's no secret what I'm doing. Everywhere around me is covered in sweat. You know, you chose to literally walk right through where I'm working out. It's literally like if someone's doing they're on a bench doing bench press and you want to step right over them on the bench. But as you guys, so being goal-oriented, my goal was obviously to flip this tire. And not just flip it up and over, but I wanted to flip it and pop it off the ground. And that's actually kind of what I did. I did a freeze frame and put it on my story of that. As you can actually see, when I came up at one point, my feet came off the ground and so did the tire. The tire was completely off the ground as it's flipping and rotating. And that's a lot. That's that's what I was built for. I believe was speed and quick acceleration like that. So when I was doing that, you see people walking by, and my goal was literally, because they were getting too fucking close to me. I'm in this area, and so my goal was to flip this tire and literally flip it as hard as I could to get as close to them as possible. I don't want to hit anybody and do anything like that, but at the same time, it's like, hey, you guys see what I'm doing, and you know where I'm at, and you're kind of just walking through. So it kind of gave me a goal. And then when I flipped it back, I had a block sitting there, and my goal was to flip it and try to get it back to that block, and then I'd scoot it back out. So it was kind of entertaining yesterday because it's like people are oblivious. But then I did see in the video that towards the end, I guess like the last maybe 10 or 15 seconds of it, there was maybe his father and two kids were walking back, and one of them was sitting there watching the entire time. Well, as I was working out, because that was the beginning of my workout, that the tire flip, that was the first 30 minutes. Those 6 sets were the first 30 minutes, and then I went and did a back and trap day. So as I'm working out, these kids are there, and I heard them. It was kind of funny just because they were making comments about me, talking shit, which I find hilarious. And I don't know why, but I look at people in the gym and I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care if you're a 60-year-old woman. I don't care if you're a 16-year-old kid. I don't care if you're fat. I don't care what shape you're in. I love the fact that you're in the gym. I think that's awesome. I think it's so cool that people are in the gym because they're doing something for themselves. Whatever reasons they've got for it, they're in the gym and they're trying to better themselves. And I think that's awesome. I love that. So it's kind of fucked up when I'm sitting there and I'm hearing people talk shit and they're making comments about me. which is just, it's kind of obnoxious. But again, I guess that's something about them. That's an insecurity in them. Because even about an hour later, when I finally finished my workout, I went into the locker room, and one of the kids was standing in front of the mirror. I had just walked in. I took my shirt off. It was dripping wet. I was just soaked. And I walk into the bathroom, the locker room, and I take my shirt off. I put it down, and I walk over to the bathroom, to the urinal, and the kid's in front of the mirror, and he's kind of like flexing. He's kind of standing there, but he's a skinny guy. I'm assuming he's probably somewhere between 14 to 17 years old, and he's probably real thin. Like I said, I'm 198, 200 pounds. He's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 120 pounds, and he was trying to flex, and I walked by, and all of a sudden, he just put his head down, and he turned, and he kind of walked away. And I find that, to me, again, I find it disturbing that people would say those kinds of things, and then clearly it was an insecure thing. But I mean, hey, he's a kid. I'm sure we were all kind of assholes as kids, but I just find that kind of stuff disturbing. I love seeing people on the treadmills. I love seeing them on the ellipticals. I love seeing people on the weights. Like I said, I think I said a story one time. I do find it weird when you catch people staring at you. I get into my own zone, and I just do my own thing, and I'm headbanging, and I'm not paying attention to anybody else. I'm just, you guys, everybody's kind of seen it. I just doing my own thing, and if I'm doing something, I've caught people watching me. Like I was doing a hip thrust one time. I was just doing hip thrusters, and I was literally, I caught a lady's just sitting there, kind of just eyeballing me. So I thought that was funny. She's a little bit older lady, and she was doing the leg squeeze thing that you ladies do for your thighs, for your inside thighs and your hips and everything. So anyway, a lot of funny experiences, but here nor there. With all that, guys, 22 minutes. I literally only intended to be on here for 15. Come on, dude. Come on, fatso. Oh, okay, look. Waylon wanted to say hi. Say hi, buddy. All right. Okay, Fiona too. Here, Fiona wants to say hi. Here. Oh. Fiona's got horrible breath. Fiona. Yeah. I think she eats her own shit sometimes. So, kind of weird. Weird dog, but anyway. No. Literally just try to jump up. Try to jump between my legs. Anyway, guys. That's it. Like I said, I just thought it was really funny that I got so many people contact me yesterday. I mean, literally, almost within a minute of me posting the video, someone contacted me and they said, "Oh, that must be a really light tire." And I guess it depends on how you look at it. Like I said, it's 176 pounds. That's the heaviest one they had. It's like 4 feet across. I'm not sure what that would be the equivalent to as far as on a vehicle. They may have heavier ones. And there's nothing really there for you to grab onto because it's wrapped. The whole thing's wrapped. So it's not like a regular tire where there's knobs on it and I can grab a hold of the knobs, or even on the inside of it, there are handles, but as far as like the edges of it, there's nothing there. And so I have to, actually, I don't know if it's on my finger here, on that one, middle finger. I actually hit it from getting up under it and scooping the tire and flipping it. I actually pulled the skin off of my knuckle there. So anyway, like I said, I just thought it was funny that so many people said stuff. But anyway, I'll try to come back live to you guys soon. Which Lego set? Cat. So kind of funny. I'm going to have to show you guys this one time. I don't know. I'll have to bring them all over here. I have a bookcase. This bookcase that you guys see right here. This one right here. it's kind of hard for you guys to see it. Obviously, maybe I'll go over there one time. That entire thing is covered in Lego things that I've built, sets that I've had over the years. There's a big, there's like a big tow truck that's up top. There's a crane that lifts up containers. But most of it, I'd say 90% of the stuff that's on this shelf is all Batman related. So the problem I've got right now is there's gonna be a conversation, I guess, at some point. Is the ladies that clean my house apparently don't understand Legos aren't supposed to be like fucked with a lot. So they come over here and they want to dust them, and they're not fucking gentle. Like when they come and dust, and again, first world problems, I get it. I'll get a comment. Somebody's gonna talk some shit. It's fine. I get it. First world problems. Yes, my cleaning ladies. But they come over here and clean my blinds with these feather dusters, and they're just like, da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. I mean, they're just cleaning the fuck out of it, right? They don't care. They're not being. So when they come over here to the Lego side, is, hey, what's up, Steven? Don't worry. It's not been going on too long. You can watch from the beginning. But when they come to the Lego shit on my shelf here, is they're really fucking rough. So I actually have, there's this guy. I don't know if you guys can see him here. I got the Batman movie, Batmobile. That's in there. So let me show you this, because the fucking cleaning ladies did this and it kind of pissed me off. It's actually in the box. And this really fucking... Oh! Okay. So, again, I guess they don't understand, like, the whole thing about Legos, right? So, here's Lego movie Batmobile. Again, I'm not sure why the fuck they stuffed it inside the box. It kind of pissed me off. I mean, they knocked my wheel off of it. I got a wheel right here. Knocked that off. Knocked, like, I guess my little torpedo shooter off this thing. Fuck, I'm not sure where that goes. And then there's this little guy. I guess, I don't know. I guess it gets shot out the back of this motherfucker. Something like that. They attach together somehow. Oh yeah, that's how it is. They attach together like that. Okay. So anyway, they stuffed that shit down in that box. That pissed me off. But that's what that is down there. And then Braxton, which I still haven't put together. Actually, last year, he bought me the Lego Batmobile, the official Lego Batmobile, the big one. It's like, I don't know, like 3,000 pieces, something like that. It's huge. That's actually upstairs. I need to start on that. That thing's pretty badass, so I actually need to do that. But I'm probably going to end up moving, and I'm going to flip out if they go in there and fuck with any of it. I'm going to end up moving all my Lego stuff here upstairs to the podcast studio and peppering it in with a lot of my sports memorabilia, things like that. But, you know, up here, like I said, on the shelf, I've got the Batwing. I've got the Batwing. I've got the Joker mobile, the Joker's Cadillac or whatever. I got a bunch of shit. So that's just kind of, it's always been my thing. Anyway, stories for another time. I could fucking ramble on and on and on. Curses of a photographic memory. But anyway. Guys, so anyway, I'm out of here. I actually need to get going. It's 4:30. I need to get done and go to the gym. Back off, buddy. Get down. I got more stupid shit to do there. You know, get made fun of a little bit, I guess, which I'm cool with. So I'm going to end it today. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. As usual, appreciate it. Thank you everybody who reaches out, just saying hi, how you doing? Feels fantastic. It's so nice just to have people on a regular basis reach out to say hi and say thank you for anything. It's very nice. It's a nice feeling to have. So I want to say across the board thank you to everybody else. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you guys do. How did the noise of the cleaning of the blinds go? I can't make it in. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. I can't roll my tongue to save my life. So it's da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sound like a large machine gun. So anyway, maybe I'll spend the night fixing my fucking Legos. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you everybody. I love you all. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you all very, very soon. Have a good evening. Hopefully some of y'all going to the gym tonight. Get some exercise. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.